Sarah Mitchell clutched her coat against the biting October wind as she stepped off the bus in Millfield, Ohio. At 28, she was a high school English teacher fleeing Chicago's chaos. A brutal breakup with her fiancé, who vanished one night without a trace, leaving her haunted by unanswered questions and burnout from endless grading. Millfield promised quiet. Brick buildings shrouded in swirling autumn leaves. The faint tang of wood smoke masking something metallic, like old blood. But as she crossed the empty town square, a prickle crawled up her spine. Eyes watched from shadowed windows. Whispers rustled in the wind like dry bones. Pumpkins leered from shop steps, their carved faces twisted unnaturally, as if screaming silently. Strings of orange lights flickered erratically, casting long shadows that seemed to shift when she wasn't looking. Children in tattered costumes darted like ghosts, their laughter echoing hollowly. Drawn by a creaking sign, Sarah paused at Lang's Books and Curiosities. Through the grimy window, an older man, Marcus Lang, 65, salt and pepper hair, piercing green eyes that held secrets from decades, as the town's unofficial historian and rumored pact keeper, arranged dusty tomes and grotesque trinkets. He glanced up, as if expecting her.
"Excuse me,"
Sarah called, her voice swallowed by the breeze. Marcus straightened, his sly smile not reaching his eyes.
"You must be Sarah. We've been waiting for fresh blood in Millfield."
Sarah blinked, unease knotting her gut.
"I'm new here. Just settling in."
"I'm Marcus Lang, keeper of forgotten tales,"
he replied, voice gravelly like scraping stone.
"Millfield's history isn't for the faint-hearted, especially the Harvest Night Festival. It's not just pumpkins and candy. It's a veil for something darker."
That evening, in the dim bookstore reeking of moldy pages and incense, Marcus poured her bitter tea that burned her throat like a warning. He retrieved a leather-bound book, its cover etched with symbols that pulsed faintly in the candlelight.
"The truth they bury,"
Marcus whispered, opening to a faded engraving of a blackened jack-o'-lantern, its eyes glowing with malevolent hunger.
The Black Jack Lantern, forged by Rachel Blackwood in 1692 amid Salem's hysteria. Accused of witchcraft, she wasn't burned. She struck a deal with shadowy figures, vanishing into the night. The lantern resurfaced here, binding the town in a conspiracy of silence.
Sarah leaned in, skepticism warring with a chill.
"Cursed? How?"
Marcus's eyes darkened.
It traps souls in shadows, feeding a hidden order, the Veiled Harvest. Town elites, like the mayor's lineage, sacrifice outsiders to sustain their power and longevity. Touch it, and you're marked. No one speaks or they vanish too.
The silence was thick. Neither dared to speak, each lost in their own haunted thoughts. The shadows cast by the candlelight danced across the cluttered shelves as the clock ticked slowly towards midnight. Outside the window, the night deepened, and the distant sounds of the town settling whispered through the streets. The next morning, Sarah was busy unpacking boxes in her small front yard when a sharp voice called out.
"Hey, Miss Mitchell!"
Tommy called the next morning as Sarah was unpacking boxes in her yard. Sarah's neighbor, Tommy Harris, a wiry, boastful, was the town's unofficial Halloween expert. He had bright eyes that shone with daring and the unmistakable weight of a secret fear.
"You're settling in well,"
he said with a grin.
"Are you ready for the festival?"
"Still learning the traditions."
She answered. Tommy leaned close, voice lowering conspiratorially.
You've heard about the Black Jack Lantern, haven't you? Folks say it's cursed. My grandpa, well, he lost his brother to it, vanished on harvest night years ago. No one saw him again.
Sarah frowned, her heart skipping. She glanced toward the town square, wondering what horrors might lurk behind the festival's cheerful masks. Tommy smirked.
I bet you won't touch it. Scared, aren't you?
Sarah smiled, but felt a cold prickle along her spine.
Maybe I'm braver than you.
As days blurred into the festival's approach, Sarah couldn't shake Marcus's words. Whispers followed her, faint at first, like leaves scraping pavement, but growing into voices murmuring her name. At night, shadows in her cottage twisted, forming shapes that resembled her vanished fiancé, his mouth open in a silent scream. She dismissed it as stress, but the tea's bitter aftertaste lingered, as if Marcus had laced it with something to awaken her doubts. She visited the bookstore again, finding Marcus poring over maps dotted with symbols, hidden chapters of the Veiled Harvest across the U.S.
Why tell me this?
She asked.
Because some secrets demand to be unearthed.
He replied cryptically.
And your arrival, it's no coincidence.
The Harvest Night Festival arrived amid a canopy of harvesting moonlight. The town square was alive with laughter and music, bonfires casting flickering shadows, and the scent of roasted apples mingling with an undercurrent of decay. Villagers in masks danced, but their eyes darted nervously to the pedestal where the lantern would appear. Mayor Evelyn Crane took the stage. At 52, she was a commanding figure, dressed impeccably in black, with vibrant embroidery of autumn leaves. Her silver hair was pulled back tightly, and eyes scanned the crowd with calm authority, hiding the ruthlessness of a woman who'd orchestrated sacrifices to preserve her family's unnatural youth.
Welcome to Millfield's Harvest Night,
She proclaimed, holding aloft the Black Jack Lantern, a twisted gourd-carved relic, its eerie eyes flickering unnaturally in the lantern light.
This lantern binds us to our history and shields us from the darkness waiting beyond. Respect it well,
She warned. Though the crowd cheered, Sarah noticed a flicker of unease beneath Mayor Crane's poised exterior. Something lingered unspoken, a warning or a curse. As the lantern was placed on its pedestal, Sarah felt a silent pull, as if unseen eyes watched her, whispering from the shadows. Tommy nudged her.
It's alive, you know. The lantern. It waits.
Hours passed, marked by dancing flames and children's laughter. Sarah wandered near the lantern's glow, absorbing the mingling scents of fall and smoke. Suddenly, Tommy reappeared with a challenging grin.
Come on, touch it. See if the curse is true.
Sarah's fingers trembled but slowly reached out, brushing the smooth, cold surface. The world spun. Colors bled away. Shadows thickened. Her knees buckled, breath rushing in ragged gasps.
Who's there?
She whispered into the chilling breeze. A cold touch brushed her cheek, unseen but undeniable. The lantern's carved eyes flared bright, burning with unnatural light as the crowd's cheerful sounds faded into a haunting silence. The cold whisper clung to Sarah's skin as she opened her eyes, the festival's cheer erased by an oppressive fog that choked the air like graveyard mist. Her limbs felt leaden, the ground beneath her shifting like quicksand souls. Colors bled into grayscale, shadows coiling like serpents with glowing eyes.
Who's there?
She gasped, her voice echoing back, distorted, mocking. A sudden crack, like bones snapping, jolted her. From the murk emerged Tommy Harris, the wiry neighbor, his bright eyes now hollow pits of terror, face pale as if drained of life. Tommy was the town's Halloween daredevil, but his grandpa's tales of lost kin had scarred him deeper than he let on.
Sarah, listen! You're in the shadow realm!
Tommy pleaded, his voice trembling.
The lantern pulled you in when you touched it. It holds souls, feeds on them. We have to break free before it consumes us.
Panic surged.
This isn't real! How do I get out?
Tommy grabbed her hand, his touch icy.
It's real. Grandpa vanished here years ago. The conspiracy runs deep. The Veiled Harvest isn't just protection. It's a cult. The mayor's family, Marcus, even some outsiders they recruit. They use the lantern to trap bloodlines like yours, harvesting souls for eternal youth. Your grandmother, she was one of them, wasn't she? Escaped Salem's curse, but it followed.
Visions assaulted Sarah. Her fiancé's disappearance replayed, his face twisting into Rachel Blackwood's spectral scream. Whispers slithered into her ears.
Join us. Feed the harvest.
Driving nails of doubt, monstrous figures lurched from the fog, twisted amalgamations of festival-goers with elongated limbs and gaping mouths, claws reaching. One lunged, raking her arm, blood welling black and viscous.
Fight it!
Tommy yelled, pulling her back as the entity howled, its breath reeking of decay. Tommy leaned closer in the fog, his breath ragged.
Rachel's pact wasn't mercy. It was a bargain with Millfield's founders, desperate for power after Salem. They formed the Veiled Harvest, a secret society spanning generations, with chapters in hidden towns across America. The mayor's family leads here, sacrificing souls annually to the lantern for unnatural longevity and riches. Land grabs, political sway. Your bloodline? Rachel's descendant. They lured you here, knowing you'd touch it.
Sarah's mind reeled. Flashes of her grandmother's old letters warning of family shadows.
Why me? I'm no threat!
You're the key to amplifying it.
Tommy whispered.
Break the pact, or they harvest everyone.
Back at the festival, Mayor Evelyn Crane, 52 silver-haired matriarch of the Crane dynasty, her poised facade hiding a lineage of ritual keepers, pulled Marcus into the shadows, her hands trembling.
This was on the plan.
Evelyn hissed, eyes darting.
Sarah's touch awakens the full curse.
The Veiled Harvest demands balance. We've been feeding it outsiders for centuries, but her blood could expose us all. National branches are watching. If we fail, they cut us off.
Marcus nodded, his green eyes betraying a flicker of guilt. He tipped off Sarah subtly, torn between loyalty and redemption.
The pact documents under the oak. Burn them, or the shadows claim the town. But remember, Evelyn, betrayals feed it too.
The whispers grew louder in the realm. Sarah's arm wound, pulsing like a heartbeat. More entities swarmed, their forms shifting. Now her fiancé accusing.
Let me go!
Paranoia clawed at her. Was Tommy real or a trap?
We need to find Rachel.
Tommy urged, dragging her through the mist. Visions unfolded. Salem trials. Rachel forging the lantern in blood. Founders sealing the pact with sacrifices. The Veiled Harvest's web revealed. Elites in Boston, New Orleans, even Washington, using soul energy for influence, covering vanishings as accidents. A betrayal struck. Marcus appeared as a spectral figure, whispering,
I led you here to end it, or did I?
Sarah recoiled. Conspiracy layers peeled, revealing Marcus as a double agent, feeding info to national leaders. Sarah summoned strength, reciting Marcus's whispered chants. By blood unbound, shadows retreat, her voice echoing like thunder in the void. The monstrous figures shrieked, dissolving into smoke, but the realm pulsed, birthing a towering entity. Rachel's warped form, eyes blazing like the lantern, tendrils lashing.
You dare to break the harvest!
It roared, voice a chorus of trapped souls, including her fiancé's agonized plea. Tommy shoved her.
The pact! Visualize it! Burn the ties.
Visions intensified. Evelyn and Marcus at the gnarled oak, digging up yellow documents sealed in blood. Evelyn chanted desperately, "Harvest, preserve us," trying to reinforce the curse for her family's immortality. But Sarah's will surged, channeling her grief.
No more.
She screamed, imagining flames engulfing the papers. The entity convulsed, howls shaking the realm as souls ripped free. Grandpa's, her fiancé's, fading with relieved whispers. The oak trembled in reality, documents igniting spontaneously. Evelyn collapsed, aging rapidly as the curse backlashed. Her silver hair turning brittle white. Sarah gasped awake amid the festival rubble. The lantern cracked and dim, its glow extinguished. The crowd murmured in confusion, unaware of the veil's tear. Tommy helped her up, relief in his eyes, but shadows lingered at the edges. As Sarah stumbled home, a faint whisper echoed,
Joy!
and in her mirror, her eyes flickered with unnatural light. The Veiled Harvest's national web stirred. Millfield was free, but scars whispered of retribution, the cycle lurking in every pumpkin's grin. In the weeks that followed, Sarah delved deeper, uncovering letters from her grandmother revealing the bloodline's curse. Whispers haunted her dreams, visions of Veiled Harvest members plotting from afar, senators, CEOs, using similar relics in other towns. Tommy vanished one night, a note left. "They're coming for you."